Right, today Ben, in today's how-to guide, we're going to show you how to lay Polypipe's overlay. So they do overlay and overlay plus. We're installing overlay, which is the gypsum-based board, and overlay plus is a different material, but we're only dealing with overlay. So first off, we need to prime the floor, and we're using Ardex P51. So what we're going to do is basically prime the floor. We've screwed all of the boards down. We're dust-free as we can be. We're secure on the floor. We're going to prime this floor, and it takes 20 minutes to go off. So as soon as we've primed, we're then going to go in there and start cutting some boards about. But if I show you the overlay, and I'll show you what the board looks like. This is Polypipe's overlay system. So we've got a diagram on our phones of how the pipes are going to be laid. If you've got like proper floor plans, then they will design the pipe runs exactly to how you need it through the rooms. So we've got, this is one room, that's another, the bathroom's a room, the hallway's a room, and obviously the bedroom. Prime the floor. Once the floor primed and gone off, we're then going to go round with our edging, which goes round the perimeter of each room, just up along the wall, and you pin it to the wall, or you push your board up against it and it holds it tight, and that's just for expansion. The way we're laying the boards is we're priming obviously the floor, and we're priming the underneath of each board, because we're going to lay them on with Ardex X7G. So this is recommended by Ardex, and this is the way they recommend to do the floor. Once we've got all of our boards down, we'll then be laying our pipes next week. So let's get priming. That takes 20 minutes to go off. While we're priming, we're going to clean that little room. Everything has got to be clean on the floor before you do anything. Make sure it's as dust free as possible, hoover it, clean it as much as you can, because the last thing you want is dust everywhere. So let's get that primed, and then we'll get our expansion on. Let's get rocking. So all we're doing, making sure we get our primer all over them edges and all over this floor, because the last thing we want is for it to not stick. We've left the primer to start going off. It's been probably about 10 minutes and it's pretty much gone off already. Start knocking up some tile adhesive and we're good to rock and roll. Get that laid, you get cracking, Ben. We're using a notch trowel for our adhesive, and basically the adhesive just filling in all the cracks in the floorboard, and if any of it's uneven, we can sort of pack it out a little bit just to bring it up. So we're going to need a level, we're going to need the notch trowel, we're going to need the paint in the mixer, a little mixing whisk, the drill, and then we can knock it up in the buckets, start laying her on like butter. Right, so now we're going to knock up the X7G, which is tile adhesive. So we've put 6 litres of water in there, which is recommended for the whole bag. So we're just going to knock the whole bag up basically. Get the water going, you know? That's a good purpose of using the tile adhesive as well, Ben. If your floor is obviously not 100% level, because we're going over timber, it just allows you to be able to pack bits out so you can get it 100% level. Because obviously the adhesive, you can put it thicker in places to get yourself the level that you need.
So this is the expansion to go around the perimeter. So there's some sticky tape on the back, so we're just sticking it to the wall. We can start laying the boards.
Basically, when we self-level, Ben, it allows for movement, so you're not tight up against the wall, just because the floor will move. So it's not going to be tight up against the wall. You cut this out after you've self-leveled, and the self-level is dry, but it just allows for expansion and movement of the floor. Especially with the underfloor heating, it's going to heat up and obviously cool down. So it just allows for a little bit of expansion, my friend. So Ben, with the board, we've primed obviously the floor, and we've also primed the bottom of the overlay system. Because it's a gypsum based product, it will suck in the moisture straight away. So that's why we're priming them as well. It's essential you prime the bottoms.
You've got to make sure that they're in line then every time you're laying a new one. So you imagine obviously when your pipes are coming through there, if that was off like that, obviously your pipe ain't going to get through. So just make sure that those channels are nicely in line with each other.
Make sure when you're primering them, you're buttering right up to the edges as well. So you're right in all of the corners and you're right up to the edge, like buttering toast, mate. You wouldn't give your missus toast that was only buttered in the middle, would you? So Ben, you might be wondering why I'm primering this side of the board now. So what we're doing, basically, because where Brad is now, the bath's going. So we're gonna lay this down so you get the flat side up. And that's just to basically show that there's no pipes going there, because obviously you don't want underfloor heating pipes underneath your bath. So Ben, obviously if you are a DIYer or you're undertaking this yourself, the perfect plan is to obviously have someone that knows what they're doing. But if not, it's always best to have two of you. Just for me priming, easy work for Brad, two brains are better than one. So if you are a DIYer, just make sure you've got someone with half a knowledge of what they're doing, or make sure you watch this video over and over again, because you'll learn, because we're teaching you how to do it.
That's it then, bathroom's all done. Looking the part now, isn't it? So yeah, once this has gone off and on Monday, you've got to go around and mechanically fix this. So obviously you stuck it down today with the tile adhesive, and then Monday, yeah, put that down before obviously the pipes go in, and then ready to lay the pipes. Obviously prime all this again, ready for the screed. So again, do all that before the pipes go in, so you can get all the primer into these channels as well, and then it'll be ready for the pipes.
This is the manifold for the underfloor heating.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is fill it up, pressurise it, and make a screed. These are the flow returns for each zone. So you've got bedroom 1, hallway, bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and bathroom.
Okay. And then what are the valves on the top?
When you service it, you set them to the flow temperature.
Yeah.
And, so you get the maximum out of each room.